Hello! Welcome to episode 26 of We Have Issues. I'm Anthony.
I'm Stevie Wildcard, and this is Samuel, the husky puppy.
Samuel Screech Powers the pup.
He's just the cutest little thing.
So every week, Stevie Wildcard, Samuel, and I get together to body slam our bad woes and get something done in the world. Most recently, it's been a semi-autobiographical time travel graphic novel musical, and we are making so much progress with it.
It's getting good, man.
If you're watching this episode right now, this is episode 26, which means we have been doing this, Steven and I, consecutively, consistently, and perfectly for 6 months.
It's awesome.
We have just nailed this from conception to like birth. We're getting ready to release our baby into the wild. Like, it's getting nuts. You just sent over the image we're going to use as the banner for our Kickstarter. I'll put that right here for everyone so they can see it. But if you're watching this right now, that means that within a few days, pending the approval of Kickstarter, our Kickstarter is going to launch within a few days of seeing this episode. So we're aiming for submitting it on the 4th, which means they're gonna have a few days to look over it, make sure everything's okay, and then as soon as it comes out, we're going to just scream from the rooftops and the mountaintops and let everyone know that, like, we're really hoping you guys are interested in this book that we've been talking about for 6 months now, almost. Like, it's funny though, we did the whole process, Steven. Like, we wrote the thing live for people. The concept was basically birthed on this show, with the writing taking place during the show, all the character designs. Like, it's funny when, like, if you think back, your first missions were just characters, like, just drawing us as we were talking, like, it was. Yeah. And now here we are, where it's like way past character design. You've finished several pages. The coloring is looking beautiful.
Yeah, I think we're done with 13 this week. I'll send that to you for your edits. But yeah, so that means that page 14 is going to be started next week. So yeah, we're almost at the halfway mark for art too, which is awesome.
So we're almost at the halfway mark, and we've made strides with our system. Like, I think like the process has really gotten tight. So especially like your penciling process has like improved so much with those mornings that you've been working. So it's amazing because the Kickstarter's coming. We're going to release the video soon. By the time you see this, very soon the Kickstarter will be live, and then everyone will have the opportunity to see this book. Our estimated delivery for the book is still going to be around November. Just because we want to make sure that there are no issues whatsoever with it.
Because we have plenty of those. We have tons of issues.
That's true. But so what our plan is to launch the Kickstarter now, so we know what the demand is and who actually wants the book. We're trying to get at least 100 copies for ourselves so we can sell in various shops and hopefully eventually conventions and such. Not looking for, like, I'm not expecting that to happen anytime soon, but it would be nice if it happened eventually. So we're trying to do that. We're really excited to get the book in people's hands, but we do want to give ourselves a few extra months just to make sure we solidify everything, get all of the shipping, in line, and know exactly what we're doing, and then get the book to you. But like, most importantly, you have a new puppy, Steven.
I have a new puppy, and Samuel is the cutest. Eleanor is not digging him, though.
No, not at all.
Not really. I mean, she's like she's okay, but she's like snipping,
Oh, no, yeah.
Not mean. She's a little growling here and there, and he's just a big old dumb puppy, so he's not doing like the submissive thing, and yeah, she'll get. I mean, she's not like trying to viciously attack him every second. Eleanor has been a solo dog for 13 years, and she's never been that fond of other animals. So it's going to take her a little getting used to. But
oh yeah, no, for sure.
She's a sweet dog. She's just never really been around animals. So
yeah, that's true. Oh man.
Her and Shelby, they're sisters, but they don't get along at all. So that's why we actually picked the boy from the litter, because she's just better with boys, because she's like, I don't know, she's just got her problems with other girl dogs. But anyways, it'll be good, and I'll update.
No, I mean, it's going to be fun, and you have the TikTok, so people can watch that and see we're gonna get to see Sam grow. It's adorable. I can't wait.
Little Sam Emerson.
Little Sam Emerson. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. It's the perfect name. It really is. Yeah, speaking of Sam Emerson, Li asked me, like, Li showed interest in Lost Boys recently. She had watched our podcast, where we talked about how she's not really interested in movies, like those sort of movies, but obviously I love them, and we love them. So she started showing interest in it, and I just thought it was adorable. And I don't know, Steven. I'm kind of nervous about it. I'm kind of nervous. Like, I've been watching How I Met Your Mother, and I recently watched the episode where Ted wants to show Stella Star Wars for the first time, and it's his favorite movie. It's incredibly important to him. He wants her to like it because he, in a similar situation as me with Lost Boys and all these other movies. And when he puts it on, he doesn't like preface anything. He's not like, he doesn't tell her how important it is. He just puts it on and they just watch it, and she just completely ignores, as the like crawl is happening, as the like the opening crawl. She just
the
gets
most magical,
she gets up and starts walking away as that's happening, and he's like, "No, you're missing stuff," and she's like, "It's just a bunch of dumb words. I'm not gonna read it anyway." And he just like it just breaks his, So, she, in the show, she eventually watches it. Like, she realizes how important it is to him, so she kicks him out of the room, watches it by herself, and she lies to him, Steven. She's like, she says that she likes it, and then once he leaves, she's like, "Yeah, I hated it," to Marshall, and she explains that, like, she's not interested in it at all, but she's willing to pretend because he's important to her. I'm not sure how I feel about any of that, Steven. I don't, like, I'd rather just not watch Lost Boys with Li.
And just keep it in the way.
Just let it be my magic. Because the truth is, I don't want her to lie to me. Ever. I don't want anyone to lie to me ever. But I also really don't want to hear any negative opinions about things that I love. I don't. Because as much as I want, like, I can understand from the very, like from Front Street, I can understand if you're like, it's not for me. Like, if that's what your opinion, you're like, I already don't like vampire movies, or I don't like violence. I'm not, I'm not interested. I can accept that. But once you watch it in all of its, like, oily, sweaty sax man glory, I feel like you have to love it. Like,
you have to.
I like, if you don't love it at that point, maybe you're never gonna love me, is what I'm saying.
Because this pretty much embodies who I am as a human. So
I'm just like, I feel like all of me was just like chopped up, just like perfectly filleted and like tossed into that movie as different characters, and I'm like, I am Marco. I am the Frog Brother.
Speaking of Marco, Chase had her hair in a braid earlier, and it like dropped to the back, and like Chase has Marco hair, and like I just like, I'm like, oh my god, it's Marco. Someone's gonna come in and stake she's gonna be the first to go out of the whole squad.
First come, first staked. How do you not love that movie? I'm just. So what I'm saying is, I don't know. What do you think? Like, should I watch it with her? Should I be like, look, if you're willing to try.
Listen. I gathered Tina, Josh, Sarah, and Brandon. And like we did this thing where we were rotating after we were waiting for Game of Thrones season 8. So what we did was we kept getting together to watch stuff, but we would just, hey, how about we each pick, we pick the movie, and we'll watch it that week. So I'm like, I was so excited. I'm like, man, none of them have seen Lost Boys.
Oh my God.
Lost Boys is gonna be the movie we're all gonna watch. They're gonna love this movie. Dude, I got laughed at. They like mocked me out of my living room because of how dumb they thought the movie was. And I'm like, man, this hurts. This hurts my soul.
They're just so wrong, though. Is the thing. Like,
they are, but like, dude, I was literally murdered by like every possible form of love was in that living room. There was a platonic friend love, brotherly love, sisterly love, and wife love, and they all just rejected me.
Rejection, just straight rejection, dude. Oh yeah. So, do I do it? Like, maybe that's just where we need to bond. Maybe I need to watch it with her so I can feel that rejection, and then just be like, you know what, Steven? I got hungry eyes for you. Like this is where I don't. It was so funny.
Two men figure out
in a world where I don't know what to do, because I am torn about it, because I like the idea. We've only ever watched one movie together so far, and it was the 80s gem, Mannequin.
I've
I
never
don't know
seen
if
Mannequin.
oh, okay, I don't know if you've ever seen Mannequin. Mannequin is a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's pretty low.
And it does its best to earn every single percentage. Like it's really funny. Like I actually enjoyed the movie because of how otherworldly it was. Like there are no movies now like that at all. Like you couldn't make that movie today.
You wouldn't be allowed.
Like you wouldn't be allowed. Like people are just like none of that would work right now.
Oh. Uni Lovins.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
He's so chill too. That's like what I love about him.
Yeah, that and that thing on his forehead just like is taking our. Okay, look, Sam's forehead is taking our podcast from a PG to a straight rated R. Like it's a solid. Yeah, I mean, oh my god. Can you? I mean, it's. I don't even know. It's a sword, Samuel. Don't worry about it. It's not.
It's Excalibur. We're gonna name you Excalibur. We're gonna drop the Samuel moniker and just you're Excalibur.
You're Excalibur.
You're King Arthur. You're King Arthur.
I'm surprised you didn't name him like Richard.
That was an idea. Tina wanted to name him Hank Mardukas from I Love You, Man.
Yeah, I love that. I love him. So, dude, okay, speaking of that, I don't know what's going on with our podcast. I'm not going to complain.
Dude, it's awesome, though.
I am like, I can't help it. I know you're not, I know I'm supposed to just be thankful and not look gift horses in the mouth, but I'm just like, what's going on? Like, I can't stop wondering like who's watching this thing or who's listening. It's driving me crazy because our last couple of episodes are about like averaging 300 episodes, like 300 views. And that's unprecedented, like for us, like and like, based on what we're doing and the type of podcast this is, and like who we are as individuals, and like our reputations on the internet, which are basically non-existent. Like it's amazing. It's blowing my mind. You know,
it's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm
awesome.
I'm really thankful, but all I'm saying is like I want to put some of your like sleuthy Batman knowledge like on the case. Like I gotta crack this open and figure out. Because it's really a mystery to me, because we don't hear from that many people, you know.
And then like the likes too. There's not like a lot of likes, but I mean, which makes me think that it's probably like just new traffic. Yeah, I don't know. It's awesome though. I'm not going to complain. I just hope it is. I hope it could, you know, even if it's just someone spamming the videos for views. Yeah, whatever.
So. If you're out there and you've watched our podcast 400 times just to get us more views, just know that I love you and I appreciate it, and please keep doing it forever.
And I mean, those are rookie numbers, so how about we double? No,
what are you slacking? Like, what's this about? Get your grandma on board and have her on her phone watching every episode.
Listen, man. 8 gigs of RAM is standard now. You could have like at least 12 Chromes open and just spamming YouTube all at once. That's all I'm saying.
But if you're listening to this or watching this, let us know. Like, talk to us. Let us know that, you know, that you're supportive or just following it, or what you like about this and what we can do to improve it in the future. Because this is our 6-month mark. We're about to make some pretty big strides and changes as we go. I imagine the channel is always going to be pretty much the same, and we're not going to be able to stop ourselves from going on random vampire tangents. It's just who we are as people.
It's who we are.
I hope that people are here for that, and here for our love, and here for our love stories that are apparently blossoming. I love the way this has been evolving, though. It's been such an interesting 6 months. If you think of, you know, like I've been thinking about it, and like I didn't mean to make this like a retrospective, like, you know, like clip show or anything, but like the truth is, it's been a really fun, weird 6 months. You know, I was thinking about like how silly the Christmas episode was, you know, where
hell yeah, Spawn.
We got gifts out of it and everything, you know, like I love it so much. I feel like we've both been through a lot, you know, like obviously like, when we first started, I was, you know, being stalked, you know, like, you know, I was soon to be stalked is the thing. Like people get to see that entire weird relationship evolve from like me having doubts immediately to like kind of going along with it to getting stalked.
You just got stalked.
Yeah, so like, but you see that, and then all of my weird attempts at dating and talking about that stuff, and then you get to see this like most recent, like this love interest situation is so interesting. Like it's amazing to me that we get to kind of chronicle all of this, and that it comes with the territory of us doing this thing that we're already loving anyway. So it's been fun.
It's amazing, and it's great. And like I said, it keeps us in. At least we were able to see each other again this past week, and it wasn't as long of a stretch as it was last time.
Oh yeah, that's true. We had a lot of fun. I miss playing music. It's been so much fun. But we're gonna have to start getting together more to play music.
Exactly, if not weekly, probably once we get to that phase of it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna start getting to a weekly phase because I'm gonna be writing songs now. You know, like once the Kickstarter is launched and I'm like my hands are in the air and it's just kind of like up to fate and like us advertising a little bit here and there. I'm just gonna be writing songs and coloring. That's my that's my plan. So yeah, so I'm gonna meet with you. We're gonna write some songs. We are going to probably need to find a female vocalist at some point.
For that.
Yeah, just because like I imagine I do in my, like I have planned a couple of songs at least that are going to require a female vocalist to kind of play that part of Voldemort. I did recently talk to someone on Twitter about it who has a really beautiful voice and she's really talented and great. And she seemed interested, so I don't know. We'll see where that goes, but
that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's something that we're gonna have to start thinking about a little bit. Man, I am getting like anxious about this Kickstarter thing though. Like I know I don't want to feel like you know how I am. Like I'm constantly like I'm immediately doubting. I'm not doubting that it's going to do well. I'm just doubting that I'm worried that we didn't give ourselves enough time, to like actually go through with it. Because like this week, by the time you see this, I will be done. I know this, but that's like right now. President Anthony knows that he has to edit this podcast and also edit the video for Kickstarter and also like finalize all of the Kickstarter stuff, which I like. That's what I did this week, by the way. I showed you most of it, right? Like I set up all the reward tiers and everything. I have to add a couple because I have to add the ridiculous anniversary gift that I made for Voldemort.
It's so funny that my opinion on that one. That's so.
Yeah, I get like I don't know if anyone's actually going to go for that or want that reward, but it's there. Yeah, so we're going to add some rewards or a couple of rewards, and I'm going to finalize. I'm going to edit the video, finalize that, and then we're just going to submit it by the 4th. And then when this comes out, it'll just be a few days, and then you guys will have the opportunity to get the book. Well, to purchase the book and go on Kickstarter and show your support for this thing that we've been doing. That's driving me crazy, and I'm nervous about all of it, Steven. I shouldn't be, right?
And it's just the first project, and we're going to get through it, and it's going to be awesome, and then it's on to Deathless. So
I can't wait. Like, I think that next year is going to be a huge year for us.
I agree.
I think next year is going to be a really interesting and really just busy, but like fulfilling year. Like I think this year has been really fulfilling for me, at least. I feel like this story has grown. I really like the narration. I'm sure I'll touch up some of the dialogue and stuff throughout the book. As we get into all of the lettering and stuff. But I love this book, and I think it's really great. I think it's going to be probably like the saddest, most personal book that we work on. But it's a good place to start because I know that from here, Deathless is going to be fun and hilarious.
Yeah, and awesome.
I think we're both going to enjoy, really have joy working on Deathless, and then I think and that's just going to kind of snowball and become a beautiful year for us. I'm hoping. That's at least what I think. So what else have you been doing this week?
So the kids. Tina's mom said that the kids could spend the night. So last night and most of today, Tina and I got to just hang out without any kids or anything. So that was pretty awesome.
That's
been a minute.
Yeah,
a minute. That so pretty much all. Yeah, like we went to Fathoms, which is an awesome little like eatery over in Cape Harbor. Got our drink on a little bit, and met up with Jack and Junior and had a few more drinks, and it was a good time.
Very cool. Yeah, that time is so important. Just yeah. I mean, it's funny how you have to manage our, we manage our time, where it's like we need time for a relationship, which just the two of us, like important personal bonding time, and then you need family time, but then you need personal time with just the kids, right? Like you bond individually with them, and then you need your personal time with you. And then we have like our friend time, so it's like we have all of these little pieces of our pie that come together to make this delicious pizza. I wasn't going like cherry pie or anything. Like it's full pizza that we're
not bringing Officer Beef back fully. Like that's not gonna happen.
God, I wish we could.
Not yet.
Yeah. I want to find those tapes. I swear.
The lost archives.
Yeah, but
scholars maintain. No, I'm just kidding.
but it's true, like, but trying to get your fill of like those various slices of the pie, it's difficult to balance,
And as parents, what parents usually end up doing is they end up sacrificing they basically make that one slice of just, hey, what our dating life, they make it the smallest slice of the pie, because that's what you have to do with kids. Like,
it's true. It's tough. That's why, I was worried, just as a single dad, and like I have Atlas all the time, and my only free time is really when he goes to bed, or the 4 days a month when he's, elsewhere. So that's really all I have is 4 days a month to myself, and when he goes to bed at like 8:30. So I was like, hey, who wants to date someone who's not available at all? Like anyone, any takers? And so it is weird. It's
essentially a werewolf, dude. I'm essentially a
werewolf. Like, and it's true. Like, who wants to date someone? Yeah. Who wants to date a werewolf? Anyone? And I found someone who apparently is like, oh, she's like a moon person. I like something's going on. Like, yeah. So I guess that's what happens. Like when you're a werewolf, you date the moon. It's just how it goes.
You just got to be like the Saiyan. Like the Saiyans can like create their own moon and throw it up to transform into the Uzaru form. That's what you need to do. You just got to learn how to use that technique, whatever that was.
Dude, so this week, I agreed to be a part of a podcast with a complete.
I saw some tweets back and forth between you and the podcast host. So yeah, I'm excited to hear or see that.
Last night, I met a complete stranger named Diana via Zoom, just like what we do, but I've never spoken to her before. We've only ever interacted on Twitter like a dozen or so times, just like little interactions here and there. We don't know one another. We're complete strangers. So her concept was basically, since we're strangers, it'll just be funny to get to know each other and drink on camera and see how awkward that is and how weird it is and like make a show out of it. So I was like, you know what? As long as I can like only record and then run away and never do anything else for the podcast, I'm in. Because
you mean the Stevie Wildcard life?
I was gonna say I Stevie Wildcarded, and Steven, I'll tell you what.
Listen, man,
feels glorious.
It's a good thing, but do you carry the basket to the washing machine? Do you I'm Jeff Goldbluming over here, but no, it is fun just to go and just walk away, and that's it. Like, the podcast is done.
I occasionally like to drink beers. Like I'll occasionally get like some like fun flavored craft beer. I'll go to Total Wine or whatever, grab some things that like peanut butter flavored beer, like whatever strikes my fancy when I walk in there. Someone gave me for my birthday a $50 gift card for Total Wine, and I was like,
"That's awesome! That's a birthday gift."
I was like, okay, I don't know what to get because I've never spent that much money on alcohol before. Since I was like a child, basically. Like it's been forever since I was like, I have $50 just to blow on.
Yeah, we're not allocating money or funds for like various alcohol. Like
So I was like, I don't know what to do. So I just got my normal beers, and then I just bought a bottle of peanut butter whiskey.
Nice.
So like I hadn't really I hadn't drank it. It's just been like sitting in my room. So last night I filmed this thing with Diana, and I just put ice in a glass and started pouring the whiskey in it.
Oh no.
Now here's dude, so I forgot
what liquor does.
I One, I forgot what liquor does. Two, I forgot the fact that I was simply drinking straight whiskey. I like
because it's so smooth.
It was so smooth. It tasted so good.
And as you drink more, the smoother it gets. So.
Exactly the problem I had last night. So I'm sitting there just drinking and like talking to her and getting to know this complete stranger, and I was just wasted. I don't know. We talked for like 4 hours, and at one point I was just like, I have to pee so bad, and all my whole body. And you know that thing that happens when like, you know, when you realize how drunk you are when you stand up. You know, like you know.
Oh, that's when it all hits.
Oh yeah, when it was like, oh man, I haven't had that experience, and so like there are certain experiences that you're like, for me,
it's been a minute since I've been. Yeah,
like for me, there are certain experiences where I'm like, that's probably the last time I'm gonna feel that. You know what I mean? Like, like when I was when you get in like a really serious relationship, right? Like I felt it a few times in my life where I was like, that was probably my last first kiss. You know, like I was like, that's probably the last time someone's going to see me naked for the first time. Like that was probably the last time, you know? So like, and I think about those things. So last night I was like, I have to pee so bad. And I stood up and I was just like, whoa, I'm drunk. Like
completely wasted.
I was completely wasted. It was just like, whoa, I forgot what it was. I forgot what it felt like to be
like numb like that.
Like I forgot. I forgot. Like, it was weird because I was like, my eyes were affected. Like I was full. Like I had not been actually drunk. I don't even remember the last time now. Like it was like years and years ago, you know? So I was like, it's so funny that I like discounted it as an experience. I was like, I'm never going to feel that thing again. And then it happened last night. I was just like,
oh my goodness.
Like, what do I do? And then, but to make matters weirder, I was on camera as it happened, and then I went pee and came back, and she wanted to keep talking, and I was just like, Diana, I gotta go. Like, you know, it was just like, I don't know what to do here.
It's that sponge where I'm a head out.
It's not sponge worthy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. It's very strange getting to know complete strangers, you know? Like it's an odd.
That's probably
Yeah, it was an odd situation. So it's going to be interesting. I told her that I can't really do it every week because first of all, I don't want to get drunk every week. You know, but otherwise it's like I can't sacrifice every Friday night. I already do this every Saturday night. You know, so it's like I have a love interest to you know, I have personal stuff. It's the whole pie situation that like
realistically though, like the concept is interesting in and of itself, and what she should probably do is ask random people on Twitter to drink with her and interview.
That's what I said. So
that makes more sense to me.
I think that's what she will eventually do. I suggested that to her. I was like, it might actually be really cool if you just meet complete strangers in the writing community and stuff and just talk to them just like you did with me. And she agreed, and she was like, you know what, I might do that eventually, but she said she wants me to be like a co-host with her to just kind of be there as a buffer. So I had like this morning I woke up and I was just hungover. I was like, I hadn't been hungover in years. I was like, what am I doing in my life? It's kind of funny, you know? I was like, it was fine. I was probably at like 75%, you know what I mean? Like I didn't get sick or anything. It was just one of those like, well,
I'm nauseous and a little weak.
Yeah. I was like, something is amiss. Yeah. So it took me, I was like slow to get up this morning, but otherwise it's fine. And you know, it went pretty well. Whenever she does eventually get done editing all million, like the 7,000 hours that we talk to each other, it's going to take her forever to edit this, by the way. I don't know, like if she just put it up into the world unedited, it would probably be awful and terrifying for anyone to consume. Some of it was pretty fun though, but whenever she does release it, I'll talk about it here for a second. You know, we'll let people make their own decision. I cursed on it though, Steven.
No.
So I asked her, I was like, you know, are we cursing on this? What's our plan? I don't really curse that much anyway. I did as for fun, since I was like, I can do this on a different podcast and we're drinking and I'm going to say the F word. And I did it. It's not really, it doesn't come natural to me in most situations. Unless it's like benefiting some sort of humor. Like every once in a while, it'll just like punch up a joke by saying certain things, and it happens.
An F-bomb or two.
Yeah, it's funny. I do notice it's kind of like kicking something in gear though. Like if I start cursing,
it just unlocks it. It's Pandora's box.
Yeah, it really is. Like it's just like, oh, you're gonna use you just said shit. Now we're in second year, baby. Like,
it's like you don't want to grind it out. Pop it into third.
Yeah. So she was like, what do I have to do to get to be your best friend, to be best friend status? And I was like, first of all, you'd have to kill my best friend. Like you'd have to be there. And I was like, but you have to get through me to do it. Which I was like,
it's awesome.
Like you have to kill me to kill my best friend to be my best friend.
So moot point, Diana.
Yeah. I was like, I was like, if anything, the best case scenario for you is you kill both of us, and now I'm gonna haunt you, and I'll be a ghost. Like that's So that's the best case scenario. You're not.
Yeah, but basically that, like, he's my best friend. Back off my Kool-Aid, okay? It's my grape flavor. Well, I actually like blue raspberry lemonade. It's my blue raspberry lemonade Kool-Aid flavor.
Oh, yeah.
It's not yours. It's mine. I consume it. You can sip it from every now and again. I'm okay with that. You can make yourself a pitcher, but you're not keeping the box and you're not making yourself multiple pitchers of my Kool-Aid.
I love that I get to be someone's Kool-Aid. Like, it's exciting, and I also like that I'm the blue raspberry lemonade flavor.
It's the best flavor.
It is. You're right. Actually, like that.
There's like not even competition. Actually, it's like just.
No. Well, it's kind of similar to Sour Patch Kids. They have the red and the blue raspberry. Those two flavors are so good that I don't understand why they make other flavors. And yeah, I know that there's going to be someone out there right now who's like, yeah, but green's my favorite.
We don't believe in you.
Like, you're wrong. Yeah. Your opinions are bad and you should feel bad.
Dude, there was a lot of American cheese haters. I didn't realize how many people hated on American cheese. Here's the thing is I think there's like this like foodie mentality out there that like you have to like have like a quality cheese on everything.
Yep.
Dude, American cheese is amazing on a hamburger. That's like the original. That's the concoction. Like, don't get me wrong, pepper jack's fine. I like very Swiss mushroom Swiss, black and blue. It's all great.
Oh yeah.
But nothing beats like a good slice of American cheese on a cheeseburger.
Oh yeah. Yeah, American cheese is really good. I usually just go to sharp cheddar for everything.
I mean, I love a good sharp cheddar.
Yeah. No, but I totally agree with you. Like I don't like. I feel like. Not to get too controversial here.
Yeah, cranberry juice and American cheese do not have positive opinions about either of those things on Twitter.
Oh, you can't. You're not allowed. It's funny. Like whatever. People love to bond over their mutual hatred for things. And I think that's funny because like you and I we're not that. Like we have done that. We do that sometimes, but for the most part, we bond very strongly over things that we love the most. Like we have like shared joys. Like the things that bring us together. Like we laugh together about these things. Sometimes those shared joys involve hating on something. Like it does happen, but it's not really strongly tied to who we are as people. Like our identities aren't really defined by what we don't like.
And I feel like that's a lot of what social media is bonding over mutual hates. Like, who does that in fantasy? The villains. The villains bond over hate. Do you want to be the villains of the world? That's what you choose.
It's funny because like it creates this weird paradox where it's like the heroes have to bond over their mutual hatred of the villain who's bonding over their mutual hatred of all of the things. So it's like I get it. We're also gonna bond over our mutual hatred of people bonding over mutual hatred. So so like it is a paradox, but we're right in this scenario and they're wrong. So no, it's funny though. And they're also
wait. Do you think there's like an anti-Anthony, anti-Steven that like bonded over their mutual hate of the Lost Boys? I think our new mission in this podcast is not only to find them, but to destroy them. And are their roles reversed? Like, is the Steven in that universe the skinny? And like, are they just completely like a mirror? I do like. It is funny how
There are clearly doppelgangers in the world. I mean, like, I don't even I know everyone wants to feel unique and special and everything. I think like in a way we are, because we all cultivate these personalities and identities, and as well as, you know, the way we look and the way we present ourselves and all this. Like, yeah, we are unique individuals. However, you ever notice how there seem to be just like cookie cut like types of people, like shapes and stuff. Like I am very much like, I see myself all over the place, and I'm sure other people do too, where it's just like, I have dark hair, I'm kind of pale, it's like this shape of hair with like you know, like kind of
generic white guy CB. That's like the file. Like they just drop it.
Yeah. And then like Steven, I can't show without asking his permission. I couldn't show a picture. But,
my funk playing.
So
it's so crazy.
So I don't know what the rules are there. No, you know what? I think as long as it's a public picture, I can use it. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it, and if he wants me to take it down, I will. This is a man who's I'll put all of his links to his music below. Okay. I think his name is Casey. I've watched him play at open mic nights. He's really good at what he does. He plays in a couple of bands locally. He looks just like Steven. If Steven was really into reggae and like funk and stuff. It's uncanny. They are identical. It's amazing, and I love it. I can't, like,
when you sent me the picture, I was so confused. I'm like, when did I play in a reggae band? I don't remember doing this.
It was so good. I was just at an open mic night sometime last year, and I saw this man and immediately started laughing. I was just like I wanted to approach him about it, but you can't do that. I can't approach a stranger and be like, you look like my friend, you know, like it's too silly. But it was so good. He looks just like you. It's the best.
It's the best.
Yeah, so I know we all have doppelgangers out there, and it's really funny to see. I don't think Casey is like the evil version of you. I think
he's like you know, like when they were going through, like in Rick and Morty, when they're going through all the different Ricks. And
yeah.
Like our universe is like the worst Rick, I think, and then there's like a couple near him. Like, yeah, he's like somewhere near me on that like spinning, like, you know, multiverse.
It is funny, like in the spectrum of Stevens, we found the reggae funk Steven. You're right though. I'm interested in finding the evil versions of us who hate Lost Boys.
Yeah, dude.
I bet. Yeah, I don't know. I like. Do we fight them? Do we accept them? Maybe we have to eat them. I don't know. Like, I don't know what you're supposed to do with your evil selves, but
I don't know. But I mean, bonding over a mutual hate of the Lost
They're probably vampires.
They're probably. That's why they hate the Lost Boys.
That's why they hate the Lost Boys. They're like, they got it wrong. You know, like,
what if they have a movie where like the ending is like they don't get pushed onto deer antlers and they like don't like?
Are you positing a world in which the Lost Boys win? Are they the Found Boys?
Did we create our bizarro selves when I put that in the comic?
Steven, I think not only did we create not only did we create the bizarro selves when you put Found Boy poster in the comic, but you just doomed my comic book self to be in a world with those bizarro selves.
Oh my gosh, I did. I created you. You're the Found Boy.
Steven, you created the bizarro hateful version of me.
Oh my god, so does that mean the person when I draw myself in that comic is that my enemy is what I'm getting at? Like, that is crazy.
You're gonna draw your own bizarro self, and it's going to. And
I'm gonna give him weak wrists.
Steven, it's a costume party. You can draw yourself in any costume. I think I wrote something like it has to be like a monster of some sort, or like furry, or like something. But it could easily be a vampire. It could easily be so many things.
Yep.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be so much fun.
Awesome.
So, speaking of that, I don't know how much of this we're going to keep in, but in our Kickstarter, you have people will have the opportunity to get themselves drawn into our book because there is a party scene at the end, and people can be drawn as characters in our graphic novella that we've been talking about for 6 months. You can get drawn into it, into the party scene wearing a Halloween costume. All right, dude. So what's next for you this week? What are you focusing on?
I'm going to aim to get like at least a page or two more done. Anything else you need for the Kickstarter visual wise too, just get with me obviously before you post, and I'll put more images together if I have to or whatever.
I'm just going to just dive in and completely finalize the Kickstarter.
Nice.
So right after we record this, I'm going to go edit this episode and try to edit the commercial. And then, yeah, so I'm also going to have to eat some tater tots because I have not eaten and I'm...
Oh, yeah, mess them up.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what I'm going to work on this week. That's what you're working on. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for watching this. If you're only listening to this on one of the various podcasting apps, we do have a video available every Wednesday at youtube.com/wehaveissuespodcast. Please subscribe. We have a lot. I've noticed that we have a lot of viewers, people who make it through the videos and they don't hit the subscribe button. Just help us out just a little and subscribe. Also, steal your parents' phone, your grandparents' phone, your brother's phone, your sister's phone, your enemy's phone, and subscribe on theirs as well.
YouTube makes it easy now too. If you have a Gmail, and as soon as you hit subscribe, it's going to prompt you for Gmail. You just do it up. You just click yes, and then you have a YouTube account. I know it seems silly to have to create all these other accounts, but
yeah, it is silly. But you know what? It really does help us. So if you subscribe, just know that we are thankful for you. And like, if you've subscribed recently, welcome to the colony. We welcome you and love you with open arms. We appreciate every single one of you. And please contact us on Twitter. Contact us, like, comment down below on YouTube, and we'll have conversations. You know,
I mean, we respond quick too. I mean, we're there.
If you have any questions about our project, let us know, and we're here for you. And we're glad you're here for us. Really, Steven, I love you. You're the best person in the world.
I love you too, Anthony.
Dude, I'm excited for this. By the time this is released, we're gonna be sending off our first ever Kickstarter campaign.
And that's awesome.
Like, we've been doing this for so long, and the fact that like it's real is just beautiful and amazing to me. So thank you for doing this.
No, thank you for keeping me in check.
Thank you all. I'm Anthony.
I'm Stevie Wildcard.
And we'll see you next week.
Sam, say goodbye to all of our viewers. I'm sure they're going to get to watch you grow, especially if they follow us on TikTok and the like.
Yeah. Hit the like button.
Say subscribe.
Subscribe.
By the time, it's looking beautiful. So...
Are you kidding? Is that the other one? What you doing, Chase? All right, baby. I need to record this so I can go to bed.
My baby grew. My baby's chest looks different. I don't know what's going on. It was a prank. What do you think of this puppy?
He's adorable.
What his name? Sam.
Sam.
Just like Manuel Samuel.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
Really impossible.
It's his name. Isn't that funny?
Wait. A minute. Samuel. You should name him Samuel Manuel for a second name.
Oh, Manuel should be a second name, so Samuel Manuel.
Tina loves to give our dogs a bunch of middle names, so we can totally do that.
Yeah, just throw it in there.
Yeah, Manuel Samuel.
He's so cute.
So you want to go visit the puppy soon?
Uh-huh.
All right, give me a kiss. All right, go.
Let's name.
Just so people can see Sam in his bow tie.
Oh my god.
He's just the cutest. Look at this guy. He's everything.